It was a big hit at the Toronto Film Festival. It's got a great cast, but I think the less you know about this one going in, the better. Let's talk about the menu. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews. Welcome to my spoiler-free review for the new movie, The Menu. This is in theaters right now, and it features a really cool cast. Anya Taylor-Joy, one of my favorite up-and-coming actors, is Nicholas Hoult. Love him. Ralph Fiennes, John Leguizamo, Judith Light from the old Who's the Boss days, and she's been in a lot of TV shows lately. Before we get into this, I do want to welcome you into Dan Reviews and thank you for finding my video. Please consider subscribing down below, all that great stuff. But I want to talk about this movie so badly, so let's get into it. But this is one that I'm gonna give you just the most basic premise. Essentially, a bunch of wealthy people go to this remote island to eat at this restaurant called Hawthorne, where Ralph Fiennes plays a very enigmatic chef, and he is named Justin Slowick, and he is just the best in the biz. This meal is $1,250 a plate, but the food is treated a little bit differently, as we might expect, and there's a lot of surprises, let's say, on the menu. I will say up front, it's not people. When I first heard the concept of this, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. It's people. No, this movie goes well beyond any expectation that I really had going in or during the movie. I mean, it continually subverted my idea of what was coming next. So this was directed by someone I'm not super familiar with, Mark Mylod, but it's because I don't watch Succession. He is one of the main brains behind Succession. He has also worked on Shameless. I believe he's worked a little bit with Game of Thrones, and he was a big Sacha Baron Cohen supporter early on. He did the Ali G show and stuff like that. So mostly British stuff, honestly, until he got to doing Shameless, and you know what? I'm not even sure. Come to think of it, if it's the U.S. Shameless or there was the original U.K. Shameless, so he might have worked on that. But anyway, this movie was supposed to be directed by Alexander Payne a couple of years ago. This was one of the big scripts floating around Hollywood in what is known as the Hollywood blacklist. It's the hottest scripts around that have yet to be produced. And Alexander Payne was attached to this a couple of years ago. He is one of my favorite directors easily. I mean, he's done The Descendants and Nebraska and Election, Sideways. He's done a lot of really, really great movies that I love. So I think it would have been interesting under his tutelage as well. But to be honest, I'm not sure if it would have been as good as this. I'm not sure what he would have done with it. But I gotta say, just, a slight spoiler for my grade, this is one of the best movies I've seen this year. I mean, it's so refreshing to see a movie that is so unique and not like anything else I have seen this year. Let's talk about the performances a little bit. Anya Taylor-Joy, I said it up front. She's one of my favorite up-and-coming actresses. She's going to get an Oscar one of these days, or one of these years, I guess I should say. She is great in everything, and yet that includes even, the little, up-and-coming roles she was doing years ago. She was in the Playmobil movie. If I know you don't remember that, who does? But they had the Lego movie, and then a couple years later, they had the Playmobil movie, which was like a musical, fantasy kind of thing. She was singing in it, and she was even great in that. It was a bad movie, but she was really good in it. Queen's Gambit, obviously on Netflix, so great in that. And then the Shyamalan movie, she was in Split, she was in Glass. She's fantastic, and she's just one to watch. Nicholas Hoult is another one. We've been seeing him on the screen for 20 years. He was the little kid in About a Boy, and since then he's done Mad Max Fury Road, and he's currently on The Great on Hulu, which is really good. And I will tell you a little bit about their characters. I don't think that's spoilery, because they're sort of the main sort of focus. You know, there's other people at at different tables. Food critic at one table, and these bro douche guys at another table, and John Leguizamo plays an actor. But the Nicholas Hoult character is just this obsessive foodie who is super, super pretentious, and she is not the person he was supposed to bring. The person he was supposed to bring bailed out at the last minute, so he got in touch with the Anya Taylor-Joy character. We learn more about that as we go. But she just thinks this is the silliest thing. She thinks this chef is super pretentious and this whole thing is dumb. Why are you taking this so seriously? Whatever. So their dynamic is just great together. And then, not to even one up Anya Taylor-Joy, but Ralph Fiennes is amazing in this. And look, this is not the type of movie that is going to garner awards, I don't think. And it's hard to even classify it. Is it a dark comedy? It's not really a horror movie, I don't think. I think IMDb kind of may list it as a horror movie as one of the things, but I would say, if anything, it is a psychological thriller, dark comedy, I guess, because there are definitely some funny moments in this. But man, it subverts expectations at every turn. The script is great. My only complaint, I guess, with it, is that we don't really get a lot of background on any of the characters. It's just sort of like a blanket, they're all douches. They're all rich douches. So, the satirical part of it and the, classist part of it, okay, we're going to sort of, eat the rich kind of thing, not specific, again, it's not people, but, that concept, that sort of movement of, screw the rich, basically. That is on display here, fully. But I would have liked to know a little bit more about, okay, he's an actor. All right, we don't get much about some of the people, and I would have liked maybe a little bit more of that. But honestly, this is the most original movie I've seen this year. I keep saying this because I know it's gotten a lot of buzz and it may get Oscar nominations, but I have not seen Everything Everywhere All at Once yet. I did buy it on DVD though last week, so I'm going to watch that soon and review it for you guys. I might love that movie. I've given no A pluses this year, but this is certainly close. It is my 5th A of the year. I loved this movie, The Menu. You got to go check it out. It's in theaters exclusively, at least, for a while. You know how it goes. It'll probably be on Hulu in, 2 months or something, 60-day window. But anyway, I would say check it out. It's not going to be a feel-good Thanksgiving movie. Maybe you don't take the family to this. It is R-rated. There's a bit of gore in it. But, for the most part, I say psychological thriller for this movie. Check it out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Damn Reviews It. Bye.